Okay, we'll try that again. Uh, Robert, we lost your note taker.
That's fine.
Okay. Anyway, welcome everybody. Happy Thanksgiving week. I'm glad you are here. I don't know if you saw my latest promo, but I was like, if you want to borrow some of my energy and my motivation, this is where you're gonna figure it out. Is right here. It's my secret little tricks on how to do all of the things. Um, I believe most of you have been to these meetups before, so you know the drill. We are going to do a quick introduction. We're going to go around the room real quick. We're going to say who you are, where you are zooming in from, what you do, of course, and tell me what's your favorite what's your favorite Thanksgiving thing to eat? All right, let's go there. And then in the meantime, of course, you can put your contact information in the chat and we can all connect. So, Tim, we're going to start with you because you are first on my Brady Bunch.
Good deal. Hey, I'm Tim Anderson from Kansas City, Lenexa, Kansas. I'm a videographer. My favorite thing is sweet potatoes.
Fantastic. Yay for the sweet potatoes.
Yes.
All righty. Robert, you are up.
Oh boy. Robert Lodi coming at you from Cumberland, Rhode Island. I do website stuff. And for Thanksgiving, I guess the favorite would be my grandfather's turkey stuffing
Ooh,
made in the yellow bowl, written right into the recipe, mix it in the yellow bowl.
I love that. Has to be in the yellow bowl. I love it. Marla, welcome. Just so you know, as we do the introductions every time, who you are, what you do, where you're from, and what you're looking forward to eating at Thanksgiving. What's your favorite thing to eat? Okay. Jeremy, you're up.
Jeremy Lips, photographer, director, producer, split time between Kansas City and New York City. Favorite thing to eat is balsamic glazed veggies.
Any kind of veggies?
Well, it's usually the stone the potatoes or acorn. I usually make it with acorn squash, butternut squash, maybe potatoes, carrots, peppers, Brussels sprouts, lots of different veggies, but
Okay. There we go.
it's always a big hit. Put it that way.
Sounds delicious. I love it. All right, Angie, you are up.
I'm Angie Peterson. I am in Kansas City, Lee Summit specifically. I do content strategy, training, and speaking. And I love my father-in-law makes creamed corn that is fresh from the cob. So like he makes it from scratch, and it's amazing.
Nice. I love that. Oh, by the way, thank you for referring me to Canvas Rebel. They just knocked on my door the other
Oh,
day.
good.
Appreciate that.
Surprise.
Yeah, surprise. I love that. Jen, I don't know what you're eating, but you're up.
I have an apple and some almonds, and those are the only things I've had in the house because I've been gone for 8 or 9 days, and
Oh my.
here I am.
Sure.
Hi, I'm Jen Rary of Rarefied Creative. I'm a creative director, designer, and illustrator, and I'm in the Kansas City area in Overland Park. And my favorite Thanksgiving treat is shockingly stovetop stuffing. It just makes me think of Thanksgiving meals when I was a kid, I guess.
I love it. I remember you said that in the group, and no shame in that, man.
Maybe a little shame, but
I started wondering, do people like eat turkey and or stuffing throughout the rest of the year? It seems very weird. Like I know we have like turkey sandwiches, but does anybody make the big old turkey throughout the
No,
rest of the year? Yeah.
not the big old turkey. I do make stovetop stuffing, and I put it on top of um, pork chops and gravy, and make like a pork pot pie.
Ooh, that's different. I like it. I
Very
like
good.
Alrighty. Marla, you are up.
Well, I am Marla. I am a designer in brands, communications, illustration, lettering, etc. I wear a lot of hats, and yeah, I'm slowly transitioning from a full-time position to um it's slow. Um but what would I'm in Madison, Wisconsin, and what would I like to eat? I think I probably gravitate towards the Brussels sprouts. They're roasted, and then also like a balsamic, um, with like feta cheese and garlic and stuff like that.
Oh, you had me at garlic. Okay, now we're talking. Fantastic. All right, Alicia, good to see your beautiful face.
Oh, thank you.
Who are you? What do you do? Where are you zooming in from? And what are you looking forward to eating on Thanksgiving?
Zooming in from Dallas, Texas. Looking forward to having pecan pie. I guess Thanksgiving is really the only year that we have pecan pie. Maybe Christmas. It's a treat. The I am I used to be a branding strategist where I helped speakers, entrepreneurs, and small business owners with their back of the room products and anything that had to do with speaking, like speaker one sheets and their media kits and such. Now I am transitioned to being an inspirational speaker, keynote speaker, using my wildlife and fire photography to drive home the point of reset, refocus, and recharge.
Love it. Well, thank you all for coming today. Really appreciate it. Just a few reminders as always. Sorry, my lighting is off. There, that's better. Okay. Just a few reminders for those of you in the Kansas City area. Please remember that the Freelance Rockstars group is different than the Freelance Exchange. I realize I'm at the helm of both of them and it can get confusing, but they are two different beasts in and of themselves. Obviously, the rock stars come from all over, not only all over the US, but we have rock stars from all over the world in the virtual group online. So keep that in mind. Also pay attention to what's pinned at the top in the group. In the featured section, there's always that handy dandy where to find work document and how to attract work document. If you are struggling, there is help and it is readily available for you. There's a nice little Google Sheets available with a bunch of different opportunities for you to peruse if you should need some more work. Also, if you haven't been paying attention, we do have a brand new YouTube playlist. Let me put that in the chat for you to have it. If you ever miss a Rockstars meetup and you want to go back and get the replay, you do not have to knock on my door and bug me. You can go straight there to YouTube and you can find it. I started doing this just a few months ago, so there's just like 3 of them in there right now, but they will be building as we continue this. So, before we get started, you all know I like to take a picture. Jen, I'll wait till you swallow your apple. So I can promote you lovely people and then hopefully we can get some more people to join us if they see how cool we are, right? And what rock stars we are. All right, Jen, swallow. Hurry, chew. All right, I'm going to take 2 of them. So be sure to look at the camera. I'm always the one who closes my eyes. Yes, fix your hair, do whatever you got to do. Everybody ready? Looking good. All right, first one, 1, 2, and 3. Second one, make it fun. You know I do it, right? Throw up the horns, whatever you want to do. Let me get my little thing. That's my little rock star. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. Thank you all for entertaining me with that. So let's get into the, I was going to say the meat and potatoes, the turkey and stuffing of, of the meetup. And just show of hands, who here could use some more motivation? 2, we got 2 hands. Okay, that means more motivation. Is this something, I want this to be interactive. So is this something that you all struggle with like on a daily basis, or does it seem to be more since the holidays are coming and things are colder? What does it seem to be? Never, everybody all at once.
No, I'll go ahead. For me,
Someone was detected at your front door.
Uh-oh.
Marlon. I am evolving my business away from what I don't want to do to what I do want to do. And I am overwhelmed with what feels like starting from scratch.
Got it. Totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else?
Sure, I'll say, I've been doing my video avatar stuff, and it's been fun. I've really enjoyed that. But I found myself, beginning of last week or the week before, I'm putting out a video each day, and I found myself coming into that weekend. I prepare videos on the weekend and post them. I came to my Sunday. I was like, I'm kind of tired of doing this. I've been doing this for the last 5, 6 weeks. I'm kind of tired of it. I've gotten good response. I've gotten some clients from it. It's great. But I was just like, I don't know. So it just took me a while, mindset wise, to get back into it and just say, okay, I just kind of have to power through this week and do these and get it off of my plate. And I'm feeling better about it this week, but I'm anticipating I'll occasionally just kind of hit those spots where I'm tired of this. I'm tired of doing this every day.
Yeah, it's easy to get burnt out, especially if you're doing something every single day. So we'll talk about that. So good. Thank you for sharing. Anybody else want to go? Yeah, Jeremy.
I think for me, for the most part, I lack motivation when I don't see any results. I feel like, and this has gone on for a couple of years for me, of putting in an immense amount of effort and doing everything that everybody tells you should do, and being told by numerous people that you're doing everything right. But when the results don't come in from it, you're just kind of like, why am I doing it? Like, what is the purpose of doing it if I'm not top of mind, or if I'm always considered to be too high budget wise, or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm. Good. Anyone else want to share? Yeah, Alicia.
Mine is, Jeremy resonated with me, and I think for me it's knowing what I need to do, but being overwhelmed with what to do, the steps. There's so many steps to get to that result. And I don't know how to prioritize or organize that. It's all up here running around with the hamsters in my head.
Hamsters, yes. Very good, very good. I get it. I mean, motivation can be hard to come by. Oh, Robert, did you have something?
No, just the usual, burnout, crisis.
Mm-hmm.
I'll start doing something, then there'll be a problem, then I won't get back to it. And then it's all of a sudden it's the end of November. You
Yes.
want to hibernate.
Surprise.
Surprise.
Totally. I get it. And I think this time of year makes it even more difficult, right? As the days get shorter, right? Things start getting darker earlier, or it's dark all day. Yesterday was dark and foggy and gloomy and gross here. I totally get that. And I think too, just with the holidays and with everything else going on, we're distracted, right? And we much rather do other things, whether it's hibernating underneath the blanket on the couch, or watching a movie, or running around cooking, getting ready for holidays, buying gifts, whatever it is. Like, I think there's just so much going on. So we've got to make sure that we're focused and we're staying on track, and we're heading towards achieving those goals that we want to achieve, right? So we're going to start today by talking about getting your head in the game, because mindset is everything, right? Like your headspace really controls all of this. And so we've got to hit that head on. And again, I want this to be interactive. Of course, I have plenty of suggestions for you all, but I'd love to hear yours as well. And what has worked, what hasn't worked, and hopefully collectively we can come up with a game plan together that can work for each individual. Sound good? Sound like a plan? Show me that motivation. Let's go. Right? Yes, yes. Okay. Very good. Very good. So we're going to talk about those mindset shifts. We're going to talk about motivation hacks, how to like reignite that creativity when you're running low on energy. And then of course, like how to set yourself up strong for the new year, because believe it or not, that is right around the corner. And that is crazy, right? So crazy. How did that happen? But let's start with mindset. Like I said, it is at the core of absolutely everything you do. It is going to affect your attitude. It's going to affect your motivation. And then, of course, because of all that, it's going to affect your productivity. So we've got to get in the right mindset. We've got to get out of our own way. Anybody else get in their own way? Just me? Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. Some head nods too. Okay, so let's talk about that. Like, let's think about, let's say there are times when you don't have enough work going on. There's not enough work coming in the door. Can anybody relate? Has that ever happened to you? If not, let me talk to you. Okay. My favorite trick when that happens is to find the silver lining. What is the silver lining of not having enough paid work? I flip the script in my head, okay? I shift the narrative. Instead of being down, feeling down on my luck, right? Feeling depressed, I flip the script and instead of, oh man, I don't have any work to do, I shift the narrative in my head and like, okay, I've now been granted a gift. I've been given the gift of time, right? I now have free time to do what I need to do, what I want to do. Okay. If there are things that you've been wanting to do for your business, now's the time to do it. Right? And she's like, yes, preach. Okay. So just that little shift in your brain, or maybe you have too much work going on, right? Conversely, and instead of saying, oh man, I got so much to do, I have to go get this done, I have to go to work, shift that script in your head. Thank goodness I have so much client work. Thank goodness I get to go to work now, right? Just those little things that we tell ourselves can have a huge impact. I find myself doing that all the time. Man, I have so much to do. I'm walking down the hall, going to my office. No, Julie, flip the script. And I literally tell myself, I get to go to work. I am grateful for this. Okay. Little shifts make all the difference. Get out of your own way. Okay. Other things you can do is are to remember that you are a business owner. Okay. I know a lot of freelancers get into this headspace of, oh, I'm just freelancing to make ends meet. Okay. Get into the mindset that you are a business owner and act like a business owner. Okay. Business owners don't sit on the couch eating bonbons. Business owners get to work and get shit done. Okay. Let's remember that. We are business owners. Okay. Now, let's talk about some motivation hacks. Again, I've got a laundry list of things that work for me, but I want to hear from you. What works for you when it comes to motivation? What tricks do you use? Nothing. Yes, Jeremy, thank you.
I meet lots of people for coffee and lunch, or I go to Overland Park Chamber events because I find that getting out and seeing people in the real world and having real world conversations kind of makes things seem a little less daunting.
Perfect. So getting out is actually one of my tips. Getting out of the house once a day. All right. Whatever that looks like for you, meeting people for coffee, for lunch, for happy hour, going to some sort of event, right? A networking event, an educational event, even if it's just to take your dog for a walk, right? Or yourself for a walk if you don't have a pet, to get out of the house once a day. So important. Okay, good. What else? What else? Yeah, Jen.
I try to make a concise list of the things that I have to get done in a day and give myself a deadline for those because it helps me give something concrete to work towards rather than, more nebulous experience where, I hate getting to the end of the day and feeling like I haven't tackled enough of the things that I really needed to do to keep my business moving forward.
Good. Do you also like prioritize, like these are the have to get dones and then these are the want to get dones and then you tackle the have to get dones first?
Yep, absolutely.
Perfect. There's a concept. I've never read the book, but I know the concept. It's called Eat the Frog. If you all aren't familiar with it, is some head nods. Okay, good. So basically, the frog is like the most daunting task on your list. Maybe it's the biggest task, or the one that takes the most mind power, or maybe it's for a client you don't like. Whatever the case may be, the idea is to eat the frog. Is by Brian Tracy. Perfect. Thank you. The idea is to do that first because once you've got that off your plate, man, the rest of the day is going to be smooth sailing, right? So yes, eat the frog. Do the most daunting task first. Okay, Alicia, did you have your hand up?
Um, I was going to say sometimes when I'm with other people who are discussing their goals,
Mhm.
that inspires me or provides me with some motivation.
Yes, good. And this is why you and I are going to be doing that here before long.
Oh, yay!
Absolutely. Yes, I think that's inspiring as well, to be around other motivated, inspiring people. Absolutely. Yeah, Tim.
Yeah, I find that when I lack motivation, I get anxious. So I do some things just on a personal basis to relieve that anxiety. I think what Jeremy said about meeting with people is fabulous.
Mhm.
I walk. I'm an avid walker. I walk each day. I even love weather like this. I grew up in Minnesota, so this is great for me. I always have a book that I enjoy that just stimulates me in a different way. It's a bit of an escape, but
Mhm.
it just kind of is refreshing to me and lets me put my lack of motivation or my anxiety in perspective.
I love it. I used to have Zig Ziglar on tape, on cassette tape. And I had it in my car, and this obviously this was years ago, but like when I would drive between Lawrence and Kansas City, which is about half hour away, I would listen to him when I was really like lacking motivation. And then all of a sudden it was like this newfound uh the spirit, if you will. And I wish I still had those. Of course, tapes are long gone, right? But I wish I still had that. But there are other things you could do, right? Listen to inspirational, motivational people, whether it's Zig Ziglar, Tony Robbins, Mel Robbins, whomever your person of choice is. I find that that always helps. And yes, getting out, getting out, getting that vitamin D, right? Getting some fresh air. That's all super, super helpful. Anybody else? Yeah, Angie.
I went to a couple of months ago, NABO, National Women Business Owners Association. Anyway, I had a goal getting summit, and the keynote speaker talked about writing down your goals and then turning them into affirmations. And so I chat GPT'd that, and they chat was actually familiar with the keynote speaker, and so it was able to turn it into that actual framework, and so it really helped solidify it with the talk, that the presentation that I heard and was inspired by. And then I created it suggested, would you like me to make this a wallpaper for your phone so you see it? And so it gave a first attempt, which I fixed, but it gave me a starting point, as AI does. And then I shared it with some friends, and they were like, "Oh, that's a great idea." And so I don't, I think it was somebody else was talking about goals with other people, was helpful, and so that was how I did that. So recently,
I love that. You can put that on your phone as a constant reminder.
yeah, it looks really cool. I really like it. The first line is, "I am a strategic weapon."
Ooh.
I know, right? I'm like, okay.
Okay, then. I mean, I know I've got my little motivational sign behind me here, but what y'all
Yep.
don't know, well, two of you have been in my office, but I also have the same phrases in front of me, so I see them all the time. If you have anything, even if it's just a quote or something that you can put up in front of you, that's inspirational. I even have, oh, I don't know where it is. I have I have a little Matchbox car. I have a Lamborghini Countach that I've had since I was a kid, and that's my dream car. And I put that up where I can see it. And okay, eye on the prize, right? That is what I want someday, is to be able to afford something like that. I may be too old to drive it, and have to have my own chauffeur, but I'm okay with that. Okay, well, I'm going to give some tips here. Some of these are very, very basic and rudimentary. However, we oftentimes need reminders for these. Okay, so I'm going to run through these. Bear with me on them, and hopefully it will inspire you to like get back to the basics. But before I get started here, let me ask, and I ask My students and I ask the people I speak to, of the audience members, this all the time. If I were to say that I want you to do something very first thing in the morning when you wake up, what do you think it is that I'm going to ask you to do?
Make your bed.
Yes, that's it. Why?
Well, because I've heard you say it before.
Okay, do you remember why?
but also I believe it was because it gives you a sense of accomplishment right off the bat to start your day. And it's an easy task.
It is an easy task. Yes, there's actually two reasons why. I love this. I've heard you say it before. Good, you remember. Wait, do you do it though? That's the question.
The vast majority of the time now, yes.
Okay.
When I was in New York, no.
Okay, but now, okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, so you've accomplished something. You've already crossed something off of your to-do list. I don't know if anybody puts that on their to-do list, but if you do, great. But secondly, if you are a napper, it can help prevent you from crawling back into bed, right? It tells your mind that it's time to go to work. It tells your brain we are done with that part of the day and we will get back to that later. Okay, so super, super helpful. You don't have to make the bed where you're putting up your throw pillows or whatever fancy dealio you got going on. Just pull the covers up, right? Let your brain see that and let the subconscious take hold. Okay, put it on your to-do list just so you can cross it off. Yes, make bed, check. Okay, going forward, what's next in the day? What do you do to help get motivated? There, I need
I
Jeopardy.
could say it because I know it, but I thought I'd give someone else a chance.
I'm going with exercise. Pay yourself first. Do something good for yourself right off the bat.
Love it. Alicia, what were you going to say?
I remember you saying, get dressed. Get
Yes.
dressed.
So have a morning routine, Jen, going back to that, whatever that looks like for you, walking the dogs, praying, meditating, doing yoga, watching the news, eating breakfast is so helpful, exercising, so helpful, right? All of those things, whatever it is, have some sort of morning routine, okay? And stick with it. I've even known some freelancers who literally get in their car and drive around the block and come back to get in the right mindset that they're going to work. Okay, so if that helps you, do that. I am blurry. Give me just a second. I know how to fix that. Okay, bye. Thank you. Okay. So try that if that helps for you, but if that helps. But yes, getting dressed can work wonders for your mindset. Ask me how I know. This has worked for me. Okay. It's so easy, especially if you work from home, to just get up and go to work in your pajamas or put on comfy clothes even after you shower. Um, put on work clothes. It tells your brain it is time to go to work. All right. And don't forget shoes. It's so easy to work barefoot or just in socks or slippers or flip-flops or whatever Crocs you got going on. Put on hard sole shoes. Okay, whether it's work shoes or tennis shoes, something that tells your brain that it's time to go to work. Super, super helpful. Okay, very good. We got that. Everybody crossing that off. Even during the holidays, we got to remember these basic things. Having a dedicated workspace is always so important. It looks like everybody here has that, so that's good, where you're sitting upright. I know oftentimes, again, if you work from home, it's easy to just grab your laptop and go sit on the couch or work from bed or whatever the case may be. But staying in your dedicated workspace, someplace where you're sitting upright, is super helpful for motivation. Again, it tells your brain it's time to go to work. Okay, what are things around us that can be helpful? Think about lighting, right? Make sure you have the right lighting. I know when the sky starts turning dark in here, it gets pretty dark. So I have lamps in front of me. I have lamps behind me I can turn on. Lighting is always good. Anybody get that SAD, that seasonal affective disorder? Yep. Yeah. Right. It's okay. You're not alone. Okay. Lighting, important. Daylight, important. Okay. Make sure you've got that around you. What about noise? What about upbeat music? What about podcasts? Okay. Let's think about our senses, Alicia. I'm looking at you. Let's think about our five senses. All right. And how they can affect us. Okay. If upbeat music works for you, put it on. Let's jam while we get some work done, right? What about scents? Could you light a candle that has like some sort of energizing scent or incense? Sure, why not? I have a candle right in front of me, and my husband laughs at me because I only light it on gloomy, rainy days. But it works. For me, it works. Okay. So think about all of that. Um, what about minimizing distractions? Anybody else easily distracted?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. What are some things that you can do to minimize those distractions? Whether it's family members or friends or pets. Tim?
Noise canceling, noise canceling headphones.
Mm,
I
very,
pretty much I work out of my home. My wife is here,
mhm.
so I spend a lot of time with those on. And
Yeah.
it's good for both of us. So I can be doing my editing. She doesn't have to listen to my video being, blasting. So it worked
There you
well.
go. Robert's got some too. Good.
So,
What else is distracting? What else can you do to minimize those distractions?
For me, it's intrusive thoughts. It's get going, you know, okay, today I'm going to do this newsletter. And then you get in there and you start checking your email, and then you realize, oh, you've got to do this first, or you got to do that second.
Mm-hmm.
well,
Yeah, I get it. I think too, like even our notifications dinging at us, right? Whether it's social media or new emails or text message or whatever, all of that can be super distracting. And the expert, whomever they may be, the experts say that if we lose focus, it takes us at least 15 minutes to regain focus. Right? So it's super important that we try to minimize these distractions, whether it's, closing out of the windows of social media, putting your phone on silent, of course, having your emergency contacts be able to get through. You can do that. If you work at home and there's other people in the home, if you shut the door, can that serve as a visual reminder for them that, hey, you're in work mode. Please don't come distract you right now. Alicia, as for your internal thoughts, that's hard. I get it. That's so hard. And I think it's again, we have to be the master of our own domain, right? So maybe it's something like where you say, okay, thoughts, not now. Right, not today, Satan. I know you've
Not
got
today,
that. Right, not now. I'll,
Yeah.
I'll think about that later, but right now I need to focus on this.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And even again with the holidays coming up, oh, I got to go to the grocery store. I got to cook this, I've got to clean, I got to get ready, I got to wrap gifts, whatever that looks like. I think prioritizing your work has to come first, of course, but then scheduling time to do those other things. Okay, now I do this year round, right? So whether it's chores or errands or whatever else that has to be. So I set office hours for myself and I ensure that I am only working either in my business or on my business. I'll explain that in a minute. During those office hours, and everything else has to get done either after hours, on the weekends, or during my lunch break. Okay, if you're a morning person, do it before work. I'm not a morning person, so that doesn't work for me. Okay, but think about that. Okay. Office hours, they can be whatever you set them out to be. Okay. They can be 8 to 5, 9 to 6, or if maybe you have a part-time job, and you only work the morning shift or you work your business the afternoon shift, whatever that looks like. You get to schedule that. Now, I do recommend you listen to your body clock. Okay. So if you heard me just a minute ago, I said I'm not a morning person. That means I'm not doing those most daunting tasks first thing in the morning. If I can avoid a client call at 8 a.m., you bet your bottom dollar I'm avoiding that 8 a.m. client because I know that I am not going to be at my best. Okay. My eat for me, my eat the frog is between 3 and 6 p.m. I am on fire between 3 and 6 p.m. I don't know why, but I am, and I know that about me. So when are you on fire? When do you have the most energy during the day? Okay, think about that and take advantage of it. Okay, and get your stuff done then. And then, of course, personal stuff comes afterwards. Working in your business, working on your business, that all has to come during working hours. Working in your business is doing the client work. doing the stuff that's going to pay your bills. Okay. Working on your business is everything else you either want to do or need to do that doesn't pay, but it can certainly set you up for success in the future. Okay. So again, remember what I said before. If you find some free time, whether it's a full 8-hour chunk or if it's 20 minutes here and there, what's on your list? Keep a running to-do list of things that you can do to work on your business and keep getting shit done to set yourself up for success in the future. Questions, comments? Anything? Who here has office hours that they abide by? No, nobody. Oh, good. One person. Yay. I have found that they have been a game changer for me. Absolute game changer. And again, on the gloomy days, on the holidays coming forward, right? Like I used to be like, I don't want to work. I'm just going to go sit, on my comfy couch and do whatever. But now it's like, no, I run a business. I need to act like a business owner. I always laugh, I joke with my friends and my family. I'm like, man, I have the worst boss. She's such a bitch. She makes me work. But you know what? I'm getting shit done. I have that motivation because I have that mindset. I am a business owner and I'm going to take advantage of this time to get things done. Okay? Try it. See if it works for you. In the same vein, don't burn yourself out either, right? We don't want burnout. So take time to, what was that, Alicia? Rest, recharge, refocus,
Something like that.
something like that.
Reset, refocus, recharge. Yeah.
There you go. Yes. Take time for that. You may even need to schedule it. Okay. When is that time to do that? It's not during your working hours, your office hours, but schedule time for that. Okay. Okay. What about practicing self-care? That also has been no. Robert's like, nope, not me. That also has been a game changer for me. Prioritizing sleep and rest, getting enough sleep. I now know that my body requires 8 hours of sleep a night. I would love to function on less. I can't. I just can't. Okay. So I'm prioritizing sleep and rest. Okay. Exercising regularly, that has helped give me a bunch of feel-good chemicals, right? Helps with my motivation. I know if I'm super stressed, I know exercising can help. I know exercising can stave off the stress. Okay. That's been super helpful. We talked about getting outside, getting that is so essential, vitamin D, right? That's really good. Practicing good hygiene. I know I probably shouldn't have to say it, but I do. Okay. Taking care of yourself. Yes, exactly. When you take care of yourself, you're better to take care of everything else. Absolutely. There's a concept that I know I didn't come up with it, but in the way I phrase it is if you feel good, you look good, and if you look good, you do good. There's something, or vice versa, whatever, however that roll. Look good, feel good, do good. I know that's bad grammar, the writer right here, you're welcome. But it works. There's something to that concept. If you're clean, if you're feeling good about yourself, again, getting up, getting ready for work in the morning, right? Don't just get up, take a shower, do whatever you would do if you were going to meet with a client, right? Putting on work clothes, doing your hair, doing your makeup, if that's something you would normally do, putting on jewelry, those things all help. Okay, so remember that concept. And again, I know it gets hard when the days get shorter, right? Things get darker and gloomier and all of this holiday stress is upon us, right? Feel good, look good, do good. They all go hand in hand. So remember that. Okay? Prioritize your sleep. Take care of yourself. Brush your teeth in the morning. I know it's such a mind-blown thing, but you do have, especially when you work from home. I can't tell you how often I'll get on a call with somebody who's like coming to me for a coaching consult or something, and I'm like, "Have you showered today?" Like I have questions. No. Yeah, I seriously, it happens. And I get it. We work from home, but always be ready to go. Tempering vices, whatever your vice may be. Is it food? Is it alcohol? Is it weed? No judgment, but tempering those because that can have an effect on your motivation as well. Okay. So keep that in mind. I will say I did not used to practice self-care. I showered, but I did not practice self-care. And if you look at me today compared to me 10 years ago, I am completely, totally different person. Okay. Absolutely different. I was not a freelance rock star. I am today, but I was not then. And I learned what works and what doesn't work. And so I really honed in on those things that work. And that's what I'm sharing with you today. Okay. Questions, comments before we move on? Okay. Y'all are so engaging today. Well, I'm bringing the energy for you. I hope it's working.
I'll share a couple things that go right along with what you said. Like I listen to a lot of podcasts on mindset and motivation, and one of them that I really like is the Mel Robbins podcast. And back to what you were saying about understanding how much sleep you actually need to be at your best every day. She said, if you need 8 hours of sleep, plan to be in bed for 9 hours. She said, a mistake that a lot of people make, even though it sounds really silly, is you give yourself only 8 hours, and that assumes you fall asleep immediately and sleep through the whole night. So she's like, give yourself at least an hour more than you need to be in bed prepared for sleep. And I had never thought about it that way. So that changed my mindset a little bit about how I schedule things.
Yeah.
She also talked about how there's I don't know if it's a chemical or hormone or what it is in your body called adenosine. And it is what, when it is reuptaked into your body as you're waking up in the morning, you feel more alert. And if you drink coffee first thing when you get out of bed in the morning, it interferes with the reuptake of adenosine, and you will feel sleepier longer. And that might prompt you to drink more coffee, which will then just perpetuate that cycle. So about a year ago, I shifted and I stopped making coffee first thing in the morning. And I got up and did my walk with the dogs first and made myself wait. And I feel like I notice a difference from that. So it helps get me going in the morning.
Yeah. How long did she say to wait? Do you remember?
I think it was at least 30 minutes. And another thing that she talked about that you also said was to get sunlight, but she said get it first thing. She's like, even if the sun's not completely up yet, she's like, be outside for at least 5 to 15 minutes and get sunlight in your body first before you do anything else. Start with water, rather than going straight to coffee. And it'll really help with your energy level, which is something that really helps me with motivation. Because when my energy is waning, I can really struggle with that.
Yeah, I love the water thing too because we get dehydrated while we sleep, whether we realize it or not. And so water is so very important. Jeremy, did you have something?
Yeah, so along the water lines, I've heard before, and I practice it mostly because I have to take meds in the morning, but I've heard you should drink, I think it's like 24 ounces of water first thing in the morning before you eat anything or drink anything else because it wakes up the body. So just in general, like, and that's wake up the body in many different ways, like it helps push things through and stuff like that. So, that's one of those things that I do every day, like literally every single day. Ask my stepfather how he's doing because he's already awake.
Yeah.
Come downstairs, take my meds, drink a bunch of water, go upstairs and make some breakfast for him and for myself. But then the sunshine thing, I miss my New York City apartment because I had these amazing skylights and I woke up by the sun every single day. It's like I'm not a long sleeper, so I usually sleep like 5-6 hours a night, but it was always amazing to be able to wake up to the sun every day coming down through the skylight into my bedroom.
That's great. Tim?
Yeah, I have noticed Jen was talking about energy. I have noticed that as I go through the day, I need to pay attention to my food intake because I will get to late morning, early afternoon. I'll be busy with something, and I'll find myself a bit foggy and a bit just kind of cranky sometimes. And so I found that I need to grab an apple, a protein bar, something, even if it's just a little bit of something to get some energy. and just immediately I start to perk up. So for me, that's become a really important part of just kind of paying attention to my body.
Yeah, I love that. My husband also works from home, and there's oftentimes he won't eat breakfast or lunch, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, I'm not hungry." I'm like, "I don't care. Your body needs energy, right? And that food converts to energy." So, I'm glad you point that out. And of course, healthy eating habits is always helpful as well. Um, that's interesting. I'm so inspired to look into this. No coffee first thing in the morning, Jen. I'm going to look into that. I'm good with the water and everything, but of course, I want my caffeine because I think it's a mindset thing. Like we're addicted. But I also limit caffeine too, right? I have like coffee in the morning and then I do something in the afternoon. Um, so yeah, protein is important too. Okay, we are running short on time, so let me keep going here. Lots of great stuff. Thank you for sharing, everyone. I think remembering your why is important, and I think that's a big motivator. If you remember why you do what you do, right? What is your why? If you're not familiar with the concept, look up, I'm going to put it in the chat, Simon Sinek. He's got a great TED talk on it, on what your why is, and it's super motivating if you remember that to help you keep your eye on the prize, right? Keep you accomplishing your goals and remembering why it is that you are in business for yourself doing what you love to do. What about how do we spark creativity when we're feeling unmotivated? Does anybody like dabble in personal projects or do anything creative? Like, maybe you don't typically paint, but you go paint, or maybe you do ceramics or something. What do you do to help spark your creativity?
I write. I dabble. I've written for several years. I dabble with screenplays, so I always have a screenplay going,
Nice.
and it's good. Again, just good escapism,
Mhm.
and it does. It gives me that spark of just relaxing and
Uh-huh.
doing something fun and creative. Yeah.
Yeah, I think reading too, right? We're listening to a different kind of podcast, listening to a different kind of music. I think that can all be helpful. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
Like I design things all day, but yeah, like if like what I do is I just like go and I'll paint something or I'll draw something. Um or just work on another like creative project. I'm always making something. But yeah, it helps like it just helps build creative energy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm no artist, but I could sit down and read. Like that doesn't hurt anything, or I can find some sort of craft to do. Um, I'm always crafty or something, just something to help with that creative spark. You got the
Mhm.
holidays coming up. You could, start decorating your home, and get that creative decorating for the holidays, to get that creative gene going or whatever you want to call it. Um, Okay. Now we've got the brand new year coming up, right? 2026. What are you going to do to set yourself up for an amazing year? What are you going to do to be motivated, Jeremy? I'm looking at you shaking your head.
I'm gonna
Covering
pray.
his face, his head.
I'm gonna pray.
Okay.
Um, I mean, that's a good question.
What can you do? And it doesn't have to be you. Anybody can answer. What can you do to set yourself up for success in 2026? Robert, you came off mute.
I came off mute. I don't know if I'm supposed to raise my hand or not.
That's okay. You can.
I'm gonna attempt to spend December getting ready for January.
Okay. What does that look like?
Well, it's going to start with reviewing all the stuff Katie sent me this morning.
Good.
Plan for 2026. And I have back a few weeks ago when I was motivated, I had started putting together um, marketing content, business stuff, case studies, and then I just lost the plot. So I'm going to try and get back on that and at least have some stuff to promote that stays on message and can get me through the year in theory. We will see. But it's a plan, sort of.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a plan. It's an idea. It's more than I've had other years.
I know you've been posting daily, and Tim, you mentioned the videos daily and everything. Jen and I experienced this and learned this the hard way, that posting daily doesn't necessarily work anymore when it comes to social media, and it's super unfortunate. We got to figure out what that secret is there. But what I want to say to you all is cut yourself some slack, right? Give yourself some grace. You do not have to post every day, and especially if you find that it's not working. Yeah, Jeremy, I know you're a big fan of this too.
Well, no, I mean, so I really think that as opposed to posting every day or posting like 1,000 times a week or whatever, it really is about the quality of the content, and that's because, I haven't posted anything in months, but then, I was elected or nominated or whatever as a small business superstar. And I posted that, and the engagement with that post on all my social media is off the charts. So I think it really has something to do with the quality of the content, more so than how often you post.
Could be.
Right.
And or people are very excited for you. So
Well, right, but that's the quality of the content, right? Like, people respond better to my posts when I'm posting about something that I've done or something that I've won or whatever, than me just posting a piece of my work and saying, "Hey, look at a new piece that I've done." They want to be happy for me, so they're more engaged with the content because they are happy for me.
I am afraid to stop posting every day because I finally got in the habit. And if I miss a day, I'm not going to pick it back up.
Just do it.
Well, you've also realized you don't have to do a full lengthy post.
I don't, yeah. And I also don't really care. I'll just throw something up, get it done, move on.
There you go.
No one likes it, fine.
Right.
Maybe they'll like the next one. The point is keeping the habit going.
I like
it's getting, of getting followers and getting new connections. I don't know that I'm getting any business.
Perfect.
But every so often I will see interaction from someone I worked with 15 years ago. I'm like, oh, wonder how they're doing. Let's check in.
Yeah.
Let's reach out. So I can't say it's helping the business, but it's a habit I'm afraid to lose. That's the momentum I have, is I can post something.
I understand that. I'm still posting a lot on Instagram and Facebook. I probably ought to do more on LinkedIn someday when I have time. Okay, things you can do to set yourself up for an awesome new year. Set goals for yourself. Remember those SMART goals, whatever that SMART acronym stands for, right? Attainable, achievable, whatever that case may be. And then you may have big lofty goals. Break them down into chunks. Okay, let's say you've got a big lofty goal of redoing your website next year. That is daunting. That is intimidating. Break it down into chunks. Okay, I'm going to work on the outline in January. I'm going to work on the copy in February, whatever the chunks look like to you. I'm going to do the homepage copy, right? That's a chunk. The about page copy, that's a chunk. Break it down into small, attainable, achievable chunks. Okay, and then here's the key: is you got to plan it. You have to schedule those things that you want to do to achieve your goals. And don't forget to treat yourself like you would any other client. You are a very important client, and you ought to treat you as such. Hello, Kismet. My friend is back. Something else you can do is to get an accountability buddy, right? Get somebody who can help you achieve those goals, who can help you stay motivated and on task and whatnot. And maybe it's a cat. I don't know. It's very funny. With that in mind, I don't know if y'all have seen, but I have a very special Black Friday exclusive offer coming this Friday. It will be available through the weekend. Monday is the very last day you can get it. It is a brand new experience. I'm so excited to launch it. But if you want more motivation, if you want strategy and mindset and all of the things that we talked about, if you want marketing tips, anything that you're struggling with, anything that you need help with, if you want to rock 2026, this is one thing you're not going to want to miss. So stay tuned, watch the group, watch the emails for more details to come. Very excited about that.
I think you need to do another group photo.
With the cat on Jen's head.
Yeah.
It's kind of going in and out. I'm going to try. All right. Everybody look at the camera. 1, 2, and 3. Oh my gosh, hilarious. Okay.
I don't know where she is on yours, but she's like right dead center on mine. So I had to point down at her.
Hilarious. Next month we are going to be meeting. I know the holidays are coming, so we're going to be meeting early. So plan for December 18th at noon, 12 Central for you out of towners. We have a very special guest who's going to be joining us. One of our rock stars from overseas, Atanu Das from India, is going to be joining us. He is not just a freelance rock star, he is also a LinkedIn superstar. He has grown his following to over 26,000 followers on LinkedIn, which has also, of course, converted into clients all over the world. And so he's going to come join us and share his secrets, and we'll be able to pick his brain for free during the next Freelance Rockstars groups meetup. So I hope you can join us again December 18th at noon Central on Zoom. Questions, comments, other pictures of Jen and her cat before we leave? My God, that's hilarious, and it's my favorite thing. Thank you, Kismet, for making me happy today.
She hasn't done this in a while, actually, but I think with me just getting back into town after so long, she's a little more aggressive about it today than usual.
I love it. You need to get a picture of that too. Get your own little selfie screenshot.
Got it. Totally normal, nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
Thank you all for joining me today. I hope you get some inspiration from this. I hope you take some motivational tips away from this and you are able to stay motivated through the holidays and not hibernate. And you go on and you continue to get shit done and set yourself up for success for 2026. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you in the group.
Thanks, Julie. Happy
Thank you,
Thanksgiving,
Julie.
everyone.
Julie.
Take care.